Welcome to Leadership and Growth Fireside. I'm Greg Cannon. This isn't about titles, trends, or hype. It's about becoming who you are, how you lead, and the life you're building. Pull up a chair. Let's grow. Today's topic has the power to transform not just your productivity, but your peace, your purpose, and your personal well-being. Today's episode is titled The Discipline of Boundaries. Because in your journey to elevate your actions, there is one skill that will protect your growth more than any other. Your ability to say yes to what matters and no to what does not. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are wisdom. And when you practice them intentionally, your life becomes aligned, focused, and increasingly free. Most people think boundaries are emotional, but boundaries are deeply practical. They are a form of discipline. They are simply decisions made in advance about what you will and will not allow into your time, your energy, your values, and your identity. Leadership without boundaries leads to burnout, being overwhelmed, having resentment, frustrations, misalignment, exhaustion, loss of clarity, loss of identity. Discipline creates transformation. Boundaries protect transformation. I want to talk about the 4 boundaries that I believe every leader needs. Time boundaries. Your time is limited and precious. Without protecting it, your purpose gets crowded out. Healthy time boundaries sound like, I can do that, but not today. My mornings are reserved for focused work. No, I'm unavailable during these hours. Time boundaries create space for what matters most. Energy is your most valuable resource. Energy boundaries include limiting draining conversations, stepping away from chaos, pausing instead of reacting, not taking on other people's emotions. When your energy is protected, your leadership becomes stronger and more consistent. And then probably one of the most difficult is relationship boundaries. You see, people influence your identity deeply. Relational boundaries look something like this. You choosing who gets access to you. Refusing to tolerate disrespect. Protecting yourself from manipulative behavior. Giving more time to those people that help you grow. Your relationships must support who you are becoming. And then number 4, personal standards, those internal boundaries. These are the boundaries you set with yourself. I do not break promises that I make to myself. I do not gossip. I will not overcommit. I do not speak negatively about myself, even to myself. Standards are boundaries that will strengthen your identity. Now, why is it that boundaries feel hard, even when you know that you need them? If boundaries are so helpful, why are they difficult? Because boundaries require several things. Clarity. It requires courage, self-worth, emotional strength, and intentionality. And, we have a tendency to fear that setting boundaries will make them, I don't know, seem selfish, disappoint someone, create conflict, appear difficult. But here's the truth. A lack of boundaries doesn't make you kind. It makes you exhausted. Boundaries are not rejection of others. They're protection of yourself. And the people who truly value you will respect your boundaries. Listen, you don't need to justify, but we do need to communicate boundaries with confidence. You don't need to have to explain them, defend them, or over-explain your boundaries. Clear boundaries sound like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not available at that time. Yes, I can help with this, but not that. I need a moment to think before I respond to that. That doesn't align with my priorities right now. I'm not able to commit to this. Those clear boundaries are short, simple, respectful, clear. Your boundary is a statement, not an apology. Boundaries are much easier to set when you see yourself as someone who is worthy of respect, deserving of rest, committed to purpose and protective of your energy, growing intentionally, and the one person responsible for your future. You see, boundaries are an identity decision. When you say no to what's not aligned, you say yes to who you're becoming. So for the week, here's your challenge. Set one boundary. Think about your week ahead and ask, where am I saying yes out of guilt instead of alignment? Where am I overcommitting because it's what I've always done? Where am I drained and why? Choose one boundary to set this week. A boundary of time, an energy boundary, a relational boundary, a personal standard. Whatever you choose, practice it, protect it, and honor it. Because boundaries are not just decisions. They are declarations of identity. I'm glad we were together today. I leave you with these thoughts. Boundaries are not selfish. Boundaries are not harsh. And boundaries are not unkind. Boundaries are leadership. Boundaries are protection. Boundaries are wisdom. Boundaries are your identity. Join me next week. We'll talk about the force that accelerates growth faster than almost anything else. Our conversation will be about the momentum of consistency. And until that time, you keep those gears aligned and your purpose strong. And your boundaries? Honoring who you're becoming. I'm Greg Cannon. Thanks for spending this time with me. Remember, leadership isn't about titles or timing. It's about who you're becoming and how you show up. Until next time, keep your gears aligned, your purpose strong, and keep growing.